What's up, guys? So, a life update. Honestly, I'm going through the motions right now. Like, some days I feel like I'm on top of the world, everything's fine, everything's okay, and that's where I want to be. But lately, I've been going through the motions because the state of what the world is in right now. I know a lot of people are in their own minds, in their own heads, and in their own lives, and perceiving the world for what they want to perceive it as, including myself. But when you look at the facts, when you pay attention to what you're really supposed to be paying attention to, you like those of us who are paying attention, some shit is about to go down. Shit is already going down now. And it's like, what the fuck is going on in the world? Why isn't nobody saying anything? Why aren't we doing anything? Like, I guess you could say lately I've been feeling overwhelmed and I've been feeling scared. I feel like I should have been doing some of the things that I'm doing now. I should have been doing them, but at the same time, I know that you're not supposed to focus on the past. You're not supposed to focus on what you should have did. Just focus on the present moment. But even in the present moment, there's a lot of fucked up things that are going on in the world right now that is pretty scary. And if you're not prepared, it'll come to bite us in the ass in the end. And it's like, I just want to be prepared. I just want to build wealth and peace for me and my family. And it's just like, man, it's so much going on right now. Like, I'm just trying to get myself together. I feel like I haven't been putting 100% effort in my content. I should have been well on my way to more success than what I'm at now, but I can't even blame anybody but myself, because it's like I haven't been putting in the effort for my content. I haven't been making quality content. I took a break. I took some time off, and now I'm playing catch up, but that's on nobody but me. So lately, I've just been focusing on doing things that keep me in the present moment, that keep me, mindful of who I am in this universe, in this life. What am I meant to be doing? What can I do for this world that'll ultimately make it a better place and help other people? That's really only what any of us can do. You can only focus on yourself. And when you better yourself, ultimately, that betters us as a collective. So, as fucked up as the world is, and as fucked up as it possibly is about to get, you can still only ultimately focus on yourself and what you're doing. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So lately, I've just been learning a lot of knowledge. I've been trying to connect with as many people that are successful in areas that I want to be successful in. I've been trying to go to more seminars, create more content, eat better, and just all around take care of myself mentally and physically. So I'm going to try to be more present on my pages, and to create more content, and to take you on this journey with me, and to just put 100% effort into all that I'm doing, because I do want to be successful at it. When you tend to focus on the negative in your life, and you focus on all the things you didn't do and you should have did, you just create more negativity into your life. So ultimately, we just have to choose positive thoughts. We have to do positive things, and we have to be more present and act from the present moment. I want to be in a more positive mindset than what I am now. I want to be more high vibrational than what I am now. I have a tendency to look at the chaos of what's going on in the world, and I get scared and frightened for myself, because I feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like I haven't put certain things in place to protect myself or my family. So I feel rushed. I tend to second guess myself. I tend to talk down on myself because I wasn't doing certain things that I'm doing now in the past. But I know that you want to get out of the habit of thinking about what you should have did, what you could have did. You want to get out of thinking about the past, and you want to focus on the present, because when you get stuck in a past mindset, you bring all of those past problems into your present journey. If you get in the habit of thinking negative thoughts, all you're going to do is create more negativity. You're not going to create more positivity. So focus on the present moment, focus on what you're doing now, focus on what you can do now, and create better. Saying the things that I'm telling you guys now is things that I actually say to myself, but it's something that's easier said than done. But at least you know you're aiming towards that. At least I know I'm aiming towards that. So I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, she says these things, but that's not possible. It's not that it's not possible. It's just that it takes work, and it takes time, and it takes patience. And patience is something that I'm still working on. If you guys followed me for my last 2 pages that I had, I've been working on patience for a very long time, because it's something that I don't have, because I feel rushed. But the question is, why do I feel rushed? I feel rushed because of what's going on on the outside, what's going on in the world. But I want you guys to know that we cannot rush ourselves because of what's going on outside of us. We have to look at what's going on in our lives right now, and what's and look at what we are capable of doing. You will drive yourself insane if you're always looking at what's going on outside of you in order to determine decisions instead of looking at what's going on in your life and what you are capable of doing right now. You rushing yourself and you panicking isn't going to fix the situation. So what are you going to do to fix it? And that's the type of conversations I have to have with myself. What are we going to do to fix it? What can we do to fix it? You have to focus on what you can do now and then build upon that and build upon that until you put yourself and your family or yourself in a position of success, in a position of wealth and peace. And I know that's what I aim to do, and I know that's what I'm going to get. So I be having to calm myself down and like talk to myself, and like making these videos help me look back and be like, you got the mindset, act like it. You got the mindset. You got the game plan. So act like it. You have to really talk to yourself and motivate yourself. Like, and if you can't motivate yourself, watch other people that'll motivate you for you. Because they got a lot of content creators like Hines, Lynette, Hatomi. Those just like my top three. I love watching them because they live lives that I'm trying to attain and that I'm going to attain. And they really motivate me to be the best version of myself. You know, Yusuf, High Frequency Radio, he's one of the people I'm talking about. I'm trying to connect with like-minded people. I've been trying to set up meetings, go to seminars, attend different things that put me in the same place as the people who are successful in things that I want to be successful in. And that's what you got to learn to do. Surrounding yourself with unlike-minded people, with people that's going to doubt you, with people that's not in a successful place, that's giving you advice, is not going to make you more successful or help you attain your dreams or goals. Y'all got to realize that. It's not that you don't love that person, you know, no love lost, but you got to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, because that's going to be the life that you attain when you surround yourself with people that are doing and are what you want to be. So that's really what I've been focusing on. Looking for like-minded individuals, looking for ways to learn new things that help take my life to the next level. I do want to be more present on my social media pages. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I have to get out of this negative mindset that I have been in lately, like this doubt mindset. Like, I've had a reading 3 times, and all 3 readings from 3 different people said the same thing: self-limiting beliefs. I have to work on my self-limiting beliefs, because I have a tendency to think I can do it, be on top of the world, feel like I can do it, and then wake up one day and be questioning everything that I'm doing, or feel like I'm doing something wrong, or feel like it isn't working because it isn't happening in a certain time frame, when you have to realize that patience is key. Patience is a virtue. It's something that you need to have, because things do take time, and they happen at the time that they're meant to happen, not when you want them to happen. And that will be always. But anyways, let's get into some mindful practices that I do to kind of keep myself in a positive mindset and to bring myself back to places of peace. Okay? So number 1, meditation. I think that's something that I'm always going to recommend, because meditation helps you clear your mind. I know it helps me clear my mind. It helps me think. It helps me take a moment to myself and just really feel the emotions that I'm feeling. Really just silence. We live in a world that is constantly moving. Everything is constantly moving. Things are constantly happening. And meditation is the perfect way for you to just take a moment to sit in silence, or to take a moment to listen to some high vibrational sounds, because music, sounds do influence the mind. They do influence your way of being, you know. So those are some things that I do like to do. I'm not going to lie though, I think one of the reasons that I have been feeling a little bit out of place lately is because I have been slacking on my meditation as well. Like, I took a break and I got so focused on what I was working on and what I'm still working on that I wasn't taking care of myself. So what I did was I started a 30-day meditation journey. So with that being said, was 30 days. You start off with 10 minutes for 10 days, 15 minutes for 15 days, 20 minutes for 20 days, and then 30 minutes for 30 days, right? So I did notice a difference in my mental. Like, I was more positive. I feel like I was thinking more clearly. I wasn't prone to overreacting on things that were happening outside of me. So something I would say to do when you're feeling down, when you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to sit down somewhere in a quiet place and just meditate. When you take the time to sit down and focus on exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest into your life, that thing will eventually come into your life due to the work that you're putting into visualize it. Because what meditation is doing is bringing that thing to a present moment. There's so many different things that you can do with meditation. So I think you guys should give it a try. Now, something else that I do that I was slacking on was journaling. Um, I took a break from that too, but I did a 30-day challenge. I finished that. So journaling helps you write down your thoughts about how you're feeling, especially if you don't have anyone to talk to, or especially if the person that you want to talk to is someone that you can't tell everything you're thinking because they may be hurt, offended, or whatever the situation may be. But journaling allows you to write down your full emotions. It allows you to say what you really think, how you truly feel. And that can be a form of relief. When I journal how I'm feeling, when I journal about something that's going on that I feel like is negative around me or affecting me negatively, it does help me release those feelings as well. Journaling isn't just for, one sex. Journaling can be for anyone. So pick up a book, write down how you feel, write about it. Something else that helps that I was talking about just now is high vibrational frequency music or listening to sounds that calm your mind. A lot of people don't understand, but music and sounds really do influence your mind and your way of being. That's why when you listen to rap or you listen to sad music, when you listen to rap, you get angry or you get hype. When you listen to sad music, you get sad and you cry more. When you listen to happy music, it puts you in a happy place and you get even happier. Music influences the mind. So when you're feeling a little overwhelmed, or when I'm feeling overwhelmed, what I like to do is play some frequencies. And I play the frequency based on what it is that I'm trying to feel. They got frequencies for everything that you're looking for. They have healing frequencies if you need something healed or you want something healed emotionally or physically. There's all kind of frequencies for feeling happier and raising your vibration, frequencies for cleansing your environment, your home. There's a frequency for everything. So start doing that more. Even in your car, instead of playing the music that we listen to our day to day, put on some high vibrational sounds. You'll notice a difference. Something else that I do is sitting in nature. I like to sit in nature, but I do not like insects. And it's like, I know, like, it's like, what the fuck? How can you like to sit outside or be outside and you don't like bugs? I know. I have to work on that. I have to overcome that because I'm not like a regular person who just doesn't like bugs. I flip the freak out especially when it's a roach or a spider. I freak out, like for real. But on a good day where it's like a clean, like, if it's like a clean area, I can come outside and I can vibe and I can chill. I can put my feet on the ground. I can put my feet in the grass. I can sit down in the grass. I can chill when the bugs are not bothering me. But when they are, it's just too much going on because I'm so scared of them. And I know that people like to say, well, the bugs are more scared of you than you're scared of them. But I don't think that's possible because I be trying to go. Like, just to give y'all an example of how extreme I am, this happened to me 3 times, but it just happened again recently. David was at work, right? After I cleaned the kitchen and I had just ate, I went in the room to go lay down and they had a freaking roach, a big ass roach on the side of my bed by the window. And I take all the necessary precautions to make sure there are no bugs in my house because I know how I act. I spray the perimeter of my home on the inside. I spray the outside of my home. I spray the windows. I have 2 wall plugins and pest control comes sprays every 3 months with their own stuff. So I take all the precautions that I can take. So for some reason, it got in the house. I freaked the freak out. I jumped on the bed. I went grab bleach. I was trying to hit it with some bleach to make it die something because I didn't want to get close to it. Its legs was twitching. It was just so chaotic. And then David was on the phone. His coworkers heard me screaming and crying. They was like, is she okay? What's going on? And he gets mad at me when I act like this because he's like, just smash it and pick it up. But smashing a bug, its gut spread. I didn't know if it was pregnant. No, smashing it and then having to go use my own hand, my clean hand, and go and pick it up. That's nasty. That is so nasty. I can't. It makes me, I think it's more of a phobia. Now I'm self-diagnosing, but the way that I react, I think it's a phobia because I'll call anybody and their mama to come save me from a bug. I was about to call the police. My mom ended up bringing my brother to come and kill it and pick it up for me. And I'm so grateful because she wasn't feeling too well that day, and it was like a hour drive to where I live. But my dad does the same thing, so I'm so grateful to my parents because a lot of people love you, but my parents love me like no other because nobody else that loved me would drive an hour to come pick up a bug. Like, I'd be scared, y'all. I'd be scared. I went sat in my car the whole time for like an hour until my mom came. Like, it's bad. And I know it's something that I got to work on. But at the same time, it's like, I believe in nature. I believe in connecting with nature. And I do believe that all is one. But roaches are a different breed. They can't be one with us. They not one with us because ain't no way. Like, they just so creepy. But that just goes to show y'all that I'm not perfect and I do have things that I got to work on. But at the same time, I'm trying. You know, I go outside. I try to keep myself peaceful in my mind and calm myself down and realize that the insects are minding their own business. Just let them fly around or go around, don't panic. But I digress. I'm getting off topic. Nature is a healer. Nature has always been a healer before me and it will be after me. Connect with the trees, connect with your surroundings. It really does help, especially if you go somewhere that's really quiet, really peaceful. Listen to the leaves blow in the wind, listen to the water brush up against the shore. It's very relaxing. When I spend a full day in nature, I'm not gonna lie, like chilling outside, I feel whole. I feel complete. Now, something that I have been working on is dealing with things by myself more and stop bringing so many people into what I got going on, because you have to realize that it is okay to talk to others, but at the same time, they have their own troubles and own problems going on. So I feel like I don't want to burden them with too much, especially if they really care about you, because I know I'm that type of person. When you tell me what's going on with your life, I be trying to figure out how to fix your problems and mine, or how I can help you. Or if it's nothing I can do, I still be sad about it or worried for you. Like before, I used to bring everything to everybody every single time, but I'm learning to keep certain things to myself, especially so that I can become more independent and to figure out how to fix things by myself, because that is key, especially if one day you're not going to be living near your family. Because I know for me, I do plan on leaving and I'm not going to be anywhere near my family. I'm going to have to learn how to deal with things on my own, bugs, things that are going on with me mentally and physically. So I have to get myself together. Now, I will say this. Another thing that I like to do, and you might find this weird, is crying. I used to be a person who used to keep things inside. I used to hold my emotions in and feel like I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't say the things that I wanted to say to people. I held everything in. But this person came into my life and she helped me realize that that wasn't healthy and that I can actually talk and tell people how I feel, or I can tell certain people how I feel, and just talking about it in general will help me along the way. So shout out to her. So now I'm more, and she also made me realize, she came into my life and she also made me realize that it is okay to cry. It is okay to let your feelings out. So if I'm mad, if I'm sad, angry, anything, and I feel overwhelmed, I will cry. And I feel no shame in that, and neither should you. Crying is a form of release. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that you're feeling and release that. I don't know about you guys, but I know for myself, when I cry, I feel better and I'm able to think clearer about what I'm going to do. I'm not saying to cry aimlessly or to cry endlessly and never get anywhere and you're just crying just to cry. No, cry if you need to release what it is you're feeling so that now you can think clearly and make better decisions. You have to get up and get it. You have to be the one to fix your problems. You have to be the one to figure out what you're going to do or who you can reach out to help you fix your problems. Because crying just to cry isn't it. Crying just to cry isn't going to get you anywhere. And that's what I learned. I can't cry just to cry. If I'm going to cry, it's going to be because I'm crying, I'm overwhelmed, I feel like crying, I want to release this emotion, I want to release the way that I'm feeling, and crying is my form of release. So if you need to cry, let that shit out, and now think of a game plan to bring yourself back to a place of peace, to bring yourself back to a place of happiness, to bring yourself back to a higher vibration. okay? Something I also do to bring myself back to a place of peace is to like remind myself of who I am and why I'm here. You know, you have to focus. So my way of doing that is affirmations. Affirmations really truly do help you, especially if you do them the right way and you're consistent with them. So I like to take time to myself and say some affirmations. Sometimes I take my crystals to basically empower me, because I want you guys to realize there's a lot of misconception around crystals, but I want you guys to really get it in your brain that the object itself is not bad or evil. It's the person's intention that's using the object. Just like people have a tendency to say that money is the root of all evil, it is not the money itself that is evil, it's the person using it to do whatever it is that their intention is. Everything begins and ends with intention. What is your intention with the object? For all of you going around saying crystals are evil, crystals are bad, please do your research behind it. Don't just listen to me, but understand that an object can't be evil in itself without a person putting an intention on that object. I'll say it again. An object cannot be evil in itself without a person, a living being, putting an intention on the object itself. So therefore, I will say this. I do use crystals. I use them to empower me. There's crystals to bring more wealth into your life. There's crystals to bring more self-love or more love in general. There's crystals to bring peace. There's crystals to bring protection in your sleep, protection around you. And I say my affirmations depending on the crystal that I am holding at that time. Or sometimes I don't even involve crystals. I just say affirmations to myself. I say them in the mirror. I say them walking around my home. I write them down. All around, affirmations are another way to bring everything into focus, to feel better about yourself and better about the world. Okay. I would love it if I get to experience in my lifetime a world that is more positive than what it is right now, because there's so much negative shit happening. The world is so chaotic. The world is so fucked up and out of whack that it just scares me. But I do have hope, and I'm one of those people that is going to always have hope. But I will say this. There's nothing wrong with being a positive person. There's nothing wrong with always trying to look at the positive aspects of life and help other people be more positive and high vibrational. This is where the problem comes in. Positivity does not mean ignoring your problems and pretending like nothing is going on or nothing is wrong. Positivity means acknowledging the fact that something bad is happening in your life, or you are experiencing a bad emotion, or something bad is going on, but you're still going to choose to think positive thoughts. You're still going to choose to be a positive person. Okay? That's what that means. Acknowledging how you feel and still choosing positivity, choosing to feel better and be better. Being a high vibrational or positive person does not mean that you don't experience low vibrational emotions. It's still a person, it's still a living being. So of course, a positive person can still have a tendency to get mad, to get upset, to feel all of the emotions that anyone else feels. That does not make them any less of a positive person, because guess what? A positive person is going to remain positive and in a high vibrational mindset more than they are in a negative one. I'm not perfect. I have days where I feel angry, or I feel aggravated, or I feel sad. That does not make me any less positive, because guess what? I still choose positivity after acknowledging my feelings. I still know that I want to be a positive person. I still try to act like a positive person. I still am a positive person. So being positive means to acknowledge how you're feeling. A positive person can still experience emotions like anyone else. That does not make them any less positive. So allow the positive people in your lives some slack. Being positive does not mean they're robots. It does not mean they're incapable of feeling anger or sadness or any of the emotions or feelings that we all feel on this planet. But I will say this. I want you guys to also understand, because I actually had a conversation with an individual about 2 weeks ago when I was out. Do not become dependent on objects or things to make you happy. Make yourself happy. Use objects or things that do make you happy to enhance the feelings that you already have. Okay? We don't want to become dependent on things to make us happy. We want to be independent, and we want to make ourselves happy. We want to be happy within ourselves. And the things that we use, such as crystals or anything else, is just something used to enhance that happiness. Okay? I want to say this disclaimer though, because a lot of people have a tendency to get dependent on objects or things to make them happy. Let's not become dependent on objects or things or even people to make us happy. Let's be happy within ourselves. We have to learn how to bring ourselves to a place of peace and happiness by ourselves. And objects, things, or other people are just an enhancer to what we already feel. They're not something that we need, but it's more of something that we want. There's just an addition to what you already have within inside yourself. So remember that. Let's continue aiming for a higher vibration. Let's continue aiming to make ourselves better. Let's continue doing things to bring ourselves to a place of peace. Let's evolve ourselves and those around us, because ultimately, when we evolve ourselves, we evolve the collective. We evolve us as a whole. Our personal development and evolution is also linked to the development and evolution of someone else. So what we have to realize, you guys, is that our problems in our lives that we're experiencing, or our negative emotions that we're experiencing, are not just going to go away on their own in some way without us putting in the work ourselves. We can't just sit there and expect things to go right in our lives if we're not putting in any effort to fix them. Okay, so we have to do the work. We have to find ways to bring ourselves back to a place of peace and happiness. Can we take a moment to just close our eyes, to give thanks, and to sit in silence? Okay, so we're going to meditate for a minute. So just enjoy the sounds and close your eyes with me and breathe. So we're going to take a moment, wiggle our fingers and our toes, give thanks for a wonderful day and a wonderful chat, and thank you for this practice.